That's not good. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're out here in my garage right now. We got the wife's car, we got the project car, and today we're gonna be moving some cars. What am I driving today? I don't even know what car I have here. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's see. Oh, it looks like we got the Corvette out here. We got the Mazda. I think we're taking the Mazda. We'll take the Mazda to start with. We're gonna drive it, and then we gotta go swap some cars around. We've got a broken Rover that we've gotta fix. That's what we're gonna do today. All right, we're here in the Mazda. We gotta stop at the gas station here really quick, put air in the tire because the tire keeps going flat. And then we're gonna drive up to the office. We're gonna drop this car off. We're gonna pick up the Lexus. It's at the office now. It needs to go to Automotive Addiction. We're gonna move it there. And then at Automotive Addiction, we have the broken Land Rover that we've gotta pick up. It drives. It doesn't drive very well, but it drives. So we're gonna drive it down to the shop where my truck is. We're gonna grab my truck and then we're gonna drive back home. That's the plan. It'll probably change though. So Abby decided to join us. She's here now, which is good. She's a good cameraman.
I'm a good cameraman.
Camera woman. But there's like a solid 3 weeks in Utah where the weather is just perfect. Like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold. It starts in like the middle of September, right? So like right now until like, okay, I guess it's 4 weeks, the middle of October. Then it starts snowing and it gets cold and all of that. But like right now the leaves haven't started changing yet, but it's like the perfect temperature. It's a little cold at night, warm during the day. It's like perfect. And that's right now. People slept on. Like, people don't travel here this time of year because like everybody's going back to school and there's like not a lot to come here for when it's not summer and it's not winter. The perfect time of year in Utah is September 15th through October 15th. I'm just saying that.
Are you done? Are you done?
All right, we made it to the office. We got the Mazda dropped off, got the Lexus. Now to Automotive Addiction. We made it. We got the Lexus here to Automotive Addiction. We're gonna get it pulled in, get the Land Rover pulled out. So we're in the Rover now. We've just pulled out of Automotive Addiction and it had a check engine light on and it kept going in the limp mode and it didn't have any boost. But check engine light's gone and it has boost. So I don't know. We'll still drive it down to the shop, double check it, make sure everything's okay, but it's fine right now.
Moments later.
Oh, there it went. It just went in the limp mode. Check engine light came on. Watch, now I'm flooring it. I don't have a hard time getting up even the highway speed. Once you're up to speed, it's fine. But trying to get it up to speed is a little sketchy. Like, yeah, I'm flooring it right now. And I'm on 54, 55, 57.
One eternity later.
There it is. We've now hit 70 miles an hour. And now it's fine. Like, now it'll coast, it'll keep speed just fine. But it won't accelerate. Like, I'm thinking that the turbo might be going out on this. I'm not for sure. We've already replaced the boost solenoid like a few weeks ago, and then we replaced it again just to double check and make sure. We've replaced the mass airflow sensor, we've replaced the map sensor, we've smoked it, looked for boost leaks everywhere, no boost leaks. So I've done a ton of stuff to this car already, trying to get it like working properly. And it's been having this problem intermittently for the last 3-4 months. It's just gotten a lot worse over the last couple of weeks. So now our plan is to fix it and sell it. We're ready to get rid of this thing. It's got 92,000 miles. It's time to go. So we'll get it down to the shop. I'm thinking we're gonna have to put a turbo in it, but we'll find out. All right, you guys, I made it here in that. Barely, slowly. It was a little sketchy, but we made it. We're here at the shop now. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna drop the keys off for right now. We'll take a look at it another day. That'll be another video. We'll figure out what's going on with it. But for right now, I'm gonna grab the truck. We're gonna run back home really quick, and then we gotta go up to Park City and pick up another car. I think we gotta pick up a car in American Fork too. I don't know, we'll figure that out in a minute. A side note, since we're here at the shop, some of you guys might know about, where is it? There it is, right there. This car right here, right? Some of you guys know about it, some of you guys might not, but it's my BMW 5 Series. It's like my favorite car ever that I ever bought when I was younger, and I had to have it, and it's here at the shop because it's broken. It's always broken. We got it wrapped. We took it to one show. We took it to Fuel Fest, and the next day it broke. Alternator seized, caught on fire. The car literally was in flames. We got it put out, got all that fixed. But the serpentine belt snapped and it ripped a hole in the timing cover, ripped the belt tensioner off. Big nightmare. Anyway, we're probably gonna make a whole series about fixing that BMW. But since we're here at the shop, you might as well just take a quick look at my graveyard here. All these cars back here, with the exception of the U-Haul, belong to me. So I've got some projects set up for the future. You can kind of see right there my 300ZX, Z32, non-turbo, but it will be someday. We got the 240, the other 240. It's a Cobalt that needs an engine. Got a Honda Accord that needs an engine. BMW 328 ready to sell if somebody wants to buy it. And then 335i that we just put an engine in, and now it needs an ECU. I got my work cut out for me here at the shop. Plenty of projects, plenty of things going on. All right, we made it back home. Gonna take a little break really quick and be back in just a few minutes to keep moving cars around. So we just picked up the Maserati from the rental that it was on, got back on the road, got the Maserati, started driving it back, and it was horrible. Like, it was making a knocking noise coming from the rear. It was swaying around a little bit. I was like, what the heck? And the guy that rented it, he's one of my employees down at the shop. He actually didn't rent it. We let him borrow it. So he drove it and he's like, yeah, he's like, it's all pretty good. He's like, there's something going on in the rear end. We're gonna need to like get it up on the lift and take a look at it back at the shop. So okay, all right, that's fine. So I started driving it off, and all of a sudden it started like, it was knocking from the back. It was swaying around super bad, like uncontrollably. Long story short, it was so bad that I was driving on the freeway. I was like, I can't drive this. Like, I felt like the rear wheel was gonna fall off. So I hurried, got off the freeway just a little bit, like a mile from my house, parked the car, got out and looked, and sure enough, those lug nuts are like hand tight. The car's parked now. We're running home really quick. I'm gonna grab some tools. We're gonna tighten those lug nuts back down, limp it home, and then hopefully everything will be okay. One of the lug studs broke, so there's only 4 lug nuts of the 5 that are there. But it's a wheel spacer. I've got another wheel spacer at the office for it, so if I can just limp it on 4 lug nuts to where we need it to go, then I can throw the other wheel spacer back on it, and we'll be back in biz. Let's see. Yeah, those are definitely loose. Dang, that one was like hand tight. That's not good. Snapped that right clean off. Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna tighten the rest of these off camera, and hopefully they stay for long enough to get the car home. We got the lug nuts tightened, the ones that are left, and we're limping it real slow to try to get it to a place where we can replace the wheel spacer really quick so we can have 5 new lug studs. I'm gonna have to probably go buy some new lug nuts, and I might have some at the office, I'm not sure, but anyway, we're back on the road. Hopefully we make it. Okay, so we made it back to the office. We're here now. The car made it somehow. Didn't break, didn't even have to pull over. It was sketchy, but we're here, so let's see what we can do to get it fixed real quick. Okay, so we got the car back together. New wheel spacer on it, new lug nuts. One of the arms in the rear, I think it's called the camber arm. That's what BMW calls it. I don't know if Maserati calls it that. The camber adjustment arm on the rear was loose. And so I cranked that thing down as tight as I could. We put the new lug nuts on the new wheel spacer. I'm gonna go test drive it now and see if everything's all good to go. I think we should be set and it should be ready for its next rental. Yeah, not bad. This thing has never rode the best. Like, it's always kind of had weird suspension things. Like, I think it's just the way they are. Our Ghibli was kind of the same way. I had another Quattroporte that was the same way too. So I don't know if Maserati just sucks at suspension or if they've all just been jumped over curbs or what, but they've never rode the best. But this one seems to be doing pretty good right now. I mean, like, it's definitely rentable. It's definitely feels solid. I mean, 50 miles an hour just cruising along. Feels pretty normal. I'm gonna take it out on the freeway really quick, see if it seems to handle the freeway all right. And assuming it does, then we're gonna send it on out. All right. It's parked back in the lineup back there. That means it's fixed. It's good to go. As far as I can tell, it looks like it's good to go. It's ready to run. I went and drove it out on the freeway, drove great, so I think we're good. Back at the office, you can't even see me right now because it's the middle of the night. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Just got back to the office. We went up to Park City, picked up the car. Rewind. We actually took a break for a while. We had dinner, hung out at Adam and Tyler's house. We actually did family pictures today and then watched a movie. So we took a break for a long time, but we're back at it because we got to get the rest of the cars finished up and moved tonight. Some rentals going out tomorrow, and we've also got a couple cars to pick up at the airport that just got dropped off. So the Q7 was the one that was up in Park City. So we just got the Q7. The S5 is over in Cottonwood Heights. The rental ends in 30 minutes, so we're gonna go pick that one up. We got two cars out at the airport, I think a Range Rover and the Jeep that we've got to go pick up. And the Maserati that was broken earlier today that's now fixed, we've got to get that one set up to go to the airport. So we're gonna do the Maserati first, drive it out to the airport, pick up the other two cars, come back, we'll get the S5, we'll go home for the night. Hopefully we're done by like midnight. So we finally got the cars. We got the Maserati dropped off at the airport. I'm in the Range Rover now. Adam's behind me in the Jeep. We're finally almost done for the night. We just got to drop these back at the office. On our way back to Adam's house, we're gonna grab the S5 and we're done for the night. It's about midnight now, so we've been at it all day. But we finally got it finished. Everything's set up for tomorrow. Everything's done for today. So thanks for coming along on the journey with me to see what it's like running a rental car company for a day. Stay tuned because there will be more of this. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, hit the comments. Let us know what you did like. Let us know what you don't like because we're going to be making more. So stay tuned and we'll see you next time.